So here we are in downtown LA. We've got City fans around us, and we're at a bar called Tom's Urban, which is the bar where City fans have been asked to go this afternoon in the build-up to the game. Thank you very much. So this is where they're all meeting, and as you can see, all the banners are up there on the balcony. So let's go up there and see who's around. There's a downstairs bit. I can see a couple of Real Madrid fans down there. But as I come up here now, more and more supporters who are milling around here. And isn't it nice to see so many City fans here in LA? So there's not just fans here, there's also journalists like this chap. Tell us your name.
Sam Lee.
And who are you working for?
I work for Goal.com as Manchester City correspondent.
So tell me what you think of this tour, because you know, there's certainly been a lot of people at the Houston event and now at this one, and we're moving on to the Nashville event as well. So what have you made of it all?
It's been really good. Obviously at this event, as you can see, there's plenty of people here. In Nashville as well, you were there, we saw each other. A lot of people there outside in the heat in Nashville. A lot of people here. Love LA. It's great. It's just such a great place to be. There's so many different. You know, there's downtown. There's out by the beach, Malibu, Venice, all of that. It's perfect. I think having been close to City around their hotel and the events they've done, it seems like City have really embraced it. The players have gone out to these events, community events, commercial events. They've really, you know, they've got in the spirit of things. They've all been happy, and it's been good to see, good to be close to.
This is a very chilled city anyway. I've just seen Ilkay Gundogan outside having a Starbucks. Is that what the players are doing, just relaxing and embracing it?
That's what I've been doing. I was speaking to Leroy Sana yesterday. They don't get too much of a chance to venture out. Obviously, you've got to be a bit careful about security and that kind of thing. But he said, yeah, they're loving LA. It's just a good place to be. They've stayed downtown because there's enough things to do. I like being downtown as well, and yeah, it's just all about relaxing. And we've had a few days here, 5 or 6 days. It's just good to make the most of it.
How important is the game tonight?
I'm really looking forward to the game tonight at the Coliseum. I was just saying, when it was announced a few months ago, I googled the Coliseum, saw pictures of it, and I thought I need to get myself there. I'm so happy to actually have the opportunity to do it. I think it's 90,000 seater stadium, should be capacity against Real Madrid as well. It's always a big game. I think it should be closer than the derby as well. I think City are further into their training, bit better fitness. I think Madrid are at a similar level. It should just be really good. I'm really looking forward to it.
I came here in 1981 and watched the Los Angeles Aztecs in the Coliseum, and I think the attendance was about 3,000. Be a bit bigger tonight, won't it?
Yeah, I think soccer obviously has grown a lot in the States, and City and Real Madrid it's a massive draw. Yeah, it's going to be. I think it should be a better night tonight.
The legend that is Mike Summerbee. How does I'm going to ask Dickie in a minute, who's hovering in the background. How does this compare to Houston?
Fantastic, because it was so hot in Houston. It was unbelievable. But I mean, this is nice, enjoyable. Been an enjoyable stay. LA is good. The stadium is amazing tonight. It'll be an atmosphere like you can't believe. Yeah. So it's nice. I'm enjoying it.
You know, when you first signed on at Main Road for Joe Mercer, could you possibly have imagined the club as it is now, with the players that they've got playing for them, and coming here on tour to LA and filling the Coliseum? Could you imagine any of that?
To be honest, no, not really. But I mean, the progress has been made. I mean, we went on tour when we were a young team. But the thing is that it's so well organised. It's wonderful to be able to see the players we've got, and the crowds who are attracting tonight is 80,000 people, so it's amazing, fantastic.
I've got to say, as a Blue myself, and obviously you're a Blue at heart, it makes me so proud. Is that the emotion you feel?
Well, it is. When you see these people here as well, the amount of people, I'm very proud. I've always have been. So when I put my signature to that thing in 1965 on my wages, and I never bothered to ask what the wages were. I signed because I knew the history of the football club and the great players that play for them. So me, the best thing ever happened to me in football is signing for Manchester City Football Club.
You'll always be a legend, Michael. Thank you very much.
Thank you, young man.
Let's get Dickie then. Just interrupts his conversation. How does this compare to Houston, do you think? Same or?
Yeah, a little bit cooler, I must admit.
It is,
yeah. Really fantastic tournament again. Just shows you how good the City fans are. You know, Houston got a little bit rowdy towards the end. I think fans had maybe a bit too much to drink in the heat, but it made it good fun. But this turnout again's been brilliant.
I know this is to win the hearts and minds of people in America, but have you been staggered as I have by the amount of Mancunians that have actually flown out for this?
That have flown out for it, but the amount of City fans that are actually living here. You know, when we first arrived in Houston, we didn't quite know what to expect, but there's City fans everywhere, and especially even more so since we've been in LA. You know, more people coming up and stopping saying they're from Manchester or they're Americans who support Manchester City. That's why they're the best fans in the world.
I've been stopping with some on Redondo Beach. You should have been down there, it's lovely.
Yeah, that's all right. For some of you who've been working, Cheesy, now come on, eh? No, but great place though, absolutely fantastic place, and looking forward to the game tonight.
I'll let you mingle.
Yeah, that's what I'm best at.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So from the celebrities to, well, the real celebrities, who are the fans, to American City fans here. Tell us your names first of all.
I'm Kelly, this is my brother Kyle.
And tell me your story as to where you're from and why you're a City fan.
So, we're both originally from California. I became a City fan due to one of my boxing heroes, Ricky Hatton. And from following Ricky Hatton is where I learned about City, and I kind of became a City fan from there, around about 2007.
Brilliant. I mean, I came out and covered a Ricky Hatton fight actually in Vegas, and he came out with a sky blue shorts on. Obviously, you know he's a big City fan. And what's your story? Is it the same one?
No, it's a little bit different. I'm the older of the two brothers, and I started following City first. But his son's name is Thomas Cook, and when I started following English football, it was really easy to make a decision on which team was going to follow. But the story of how I became a City fan is quite long and complicated, but the way I like to say it is City chose me, and I've been following them ever since.
You know what, that's how us Manc City fans feel as well, that the club chose us. What about tonight then? How special is this game for you?
Well, I bought out a whole row of seats because I brought my whole family on as City followers. They all follow City, so I'm going to have about 13 of my best mates and family coming. We're very excited to see City play in LA. We were here in 2011 as well. My godson, who will be here later, he's a young lad and he follows City, so I'm very excited to just kind of hold him, and it's monumentous for us because it's very difficult for us to travel to Manchester to see the boys play. So to have the opportunity to see them tonight, it's great, and we're looking forward to it.
Do you sing the songs as well? Do you know the songs? Are you ready to sing tonight?
Oh boy, well, we're ready to sing.
Yeah.
We're ready to sing. We sing quite a bit, so it's definitely, I have to warm up the vocal cords, but yeah, it's definitely a plan to basically get our section as loud as we possibly can.
Give us a little example now, but don't use any with a swear word in it.
Which one? So let's go easy.
We are not, we're not really here. We are not, we're not really here. Just like the fence, the invisible man, we're not really here.
Brilliant. You'll get on America's Got Talent with that.
Yeah. You know, it's a big change us singing in a stadium full of folks, Cheesy, from singing in our living rooms, because that's usually how we do it. Just singing in the living rooms, being annoying at about 5 o'clock in the morning.
He's even been annoying in my living room, Cheesy. I tell you, he's watched the games in my living room. Well, no, he's been to the game with me and then come back and watched it again on the bloody telly, and he's even noisier in the bloody lounge than he's at the game. Crackers, man.
Enjoy the game, lads.
Thank you. Thank you, Ian.
Nice meeting you.
Ready, here we go. Who hit the woodwork the most time? And you just gotta get it right here. Let's give it to him.
So this is the Coliseum, once an Olympic stadium in 1984. And let's see what it looks like inside. It's a pretty spectacular bowl without a roof. And here we go. That's quite an iconic gate. You can still see that the flame is burning at that end. And then as we sweep around, you can see that the whole stadium is exposed. That's the end where the teams will come out a little later on. And back in 1981, when I last visited this stadium, I think I was sat down in the lower seats down there when Johnny Aztec was the cheerleader for the Los Angeles Aztecs. And actually that down there looks like a racing enclosure, doesn't it? Very odd looking stand in this stadium. But there we are, that's where City will be playing very, very soon. Nice to hear that ringing around the LA Coliseum.
Who's brought rise and bright stars through the perilous fight? O'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly serene.
So here's the entrance of the two teams, much as they did in Houston. The stadium lights have been turned off and people are holding the cell phone lights up. It's not the smoke there was in Houston, but the spotlight is on the players as they come out. It's quite effective, really. I know City have tried this as well, and it's worked really well. And City, of course, wearing their new away kit. So we're pretty much all set now for the game. Let's see what happens. And so City win the game 4-1. A 4-1 win against Real Madrid you'd have at any time, really, wouldn't you? But in truth, I suppose most of that performance was against a weakish Real Madrid side, but there were lots of things that were very encouraging about it, I thought, not least the attacking side of City's game. Going forward, I think they look really inventive. The late goal by Brahim Diaz, just being photobombed by a policeman. What's your name, sir?
My name is Officer Hale.
Officer Hale.
Yes, sir. Did you enjoy your game?
I did, thank you.
It was a great game out here today, let me tell you.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
I did. For a European match, this is what the Coliseum needed, Los Angeles Police Department, it's great. Hopefully that you, the fans, had a good time.
We did.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Good, yes.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
I thought he was going to give me a match report then. Anyway, I thought Brahim Diaz's goal was excellent, and also I thought the positive play, the attacking play, was excellent as well. I mean, obviously, when City lost to United, it's not the end of the world, is it? So you've got to measure that really against this and say, well, beating Real Madrid when they didn't have Ronaldo, etc., and it is only pre-season, shouldn't also be taken too highly. But overall, I think the trip here, certainly for me, has been very good. Two good games to watch, two interesting games to watch. It's where my tour comes to an end. I fly back to the UK tomorrow. You now know, of course, that I'll be back on the radio on XS Manchester. You'll have seen a different video, of course, concerning that. That's fantastic as well. Great to have that. I hope you do subscribe to the vlogs that I've been doing, because I'm going to continue them on once the football season starts and from time to time when significant things happen. So thanks very much for being part of my trip to the United States. As much as anything, I've been fascinated by the type of people that have been in this stadium and in the game in Houston. A lot of young people. It feels like people who perhaps have been watching a lot of gaming rather than actual matches. The reaction to even a little nutmeg or a trick or whatever has been phenomenal, really. But anyway, a different type of crowd, let's say, than we're used to in Manchester. So the Coliseum gets a record crowd, over 93,000 for a friendly game. And I was here. Anyway, it's time now to head back to the UK. See you again.